Hey guys, this is day 10 of my 18-month $1 million passive income journey. I had the opportunity to meet Tai Lopez and his partner Mehr. They're partnered on a product called MentorBox. They're really knowledgeable guys, and I had the chance to pick their brain a little bit. So I wanted to let you guys know what I learned from them. But before we get into it, I want to address something. I've seen a lot of videos, I've seen a lot of comments where people saying that Tai Lopez is a scam, or a lot of people are just not sure. So first off, I think the reason why a lot of people are saying this is because, he does a lot of marketing with, mansions, Lamborghinis, a lot of beautiful women, and, just historically, when you see that kind of thing, there's some red flags that appear. A lot of, pyramid schemes or something illegal or, get rich quick. And to be honest, he's not anything about that. But what he did let me know is that a lot of it has to do with our society today. You need to get eyeballs to become successful. You need to capture the attention, and unfortunately, in the society that we live in, that is what's really attracting the eyeballs. So it's all for marketing purposes, but once you actually kind of get deep into what he's offering, it changes quite a bit. I'm not saying that it's for everybody, but it is definitely not a scam. So what I learned from him personally is, I just really wanted to get a little insight on his marketing mind. So, besides all the programs that he has, he has real estate programs, he has the social media marketing programs, he even has credit programs. If you go to his website, it's covered in stuff. He basically does everything. One thing just to point out is that he's never really claiming to be the expert in all these things. He's bringing in experts from around the world that are really focused on that topic, and is kind of sharing that information with his followers. So the one thing that he is definitely an expert at is marketing, and that's basically all I wanted to talk to him about was marketing. So what I really learned specifically from him is I kind of presented my situation, different ideas I had, and what he let me know that the number one thing to do is testing. So really, it's all in the last video that I talked about. We're always going to be doing testing before we even have a product, because honestly, if there's no market for it, then there's really no way that the product is going to succeed. So he was really big on testing. And really big on testing, trial and error, A/B testing, even before the product is available, just to kind of see what kind of feedback you get. He's really big on that. The second thing that I learned from him is that you got to have some balls, because he really put his money where his mouth is. The amount of money that he's spending on ads. And if any of you guys follow Tai Lopez or even watch one of his videos, you'll realize that you can't get him off your computer. On your Facebook, on your Instagram, you'll see it on YouTube. All these ads will start popping up. And they're not cheap. He's spending tons and tons of money on it. So basically what he's telling me is you kind of test to see what's going to work. You test the different creatives, the different types of videos, the different price points for products. Do everything kind of in a simple way. Like if you see his website, if you see the landing pages, they're nothing fancy, they're nothing crazy. And the reason for that is you need to be able to change it on the fly. If we made $1 million website, the most beautiful thing, but it didn't really cater to our audience, how difficult will it be for us to manipulate that? So you want to put it on a platform that you can kind of change the content and change the targets on the fly, so you can see what works. And really that's what he's doing. So, but once you find something that works, you just go all in. And he's really a big example of how that works. He put everything into stuff that works. He's spending tons and tons of money, knowing with confidence that he's going to make money in the long run. You may be blowing millions and millions of dollars, and I know it's scary. In my business, I do social media marketing, pay-per-click marketing for clients, and they get scared. Honestly, when I say, hey, let's try it with a few $100s or a few $1,000s to start, and I say, hey, this is working, let's go 10,000 a month. They're just like, well, what are you talking about? 10,000? If it doesn't work, I'm gonna be at 10,000. I would say, but we've got the numbers that we think it's gonna be successful. Let's go with a $10,000 run and see what happens. Really the result is amazing because it is pretty scalable. If we have the right data, you know kind of what to expect, but it takes some balls to be able to go ahead and pull that trigger. I mean, I'm confident. I've been doing it for a while, so I know what's going to work, but somebody who's only known me for a few months and just all of a sudden I'm telling them to spend $10,000 a month, it's a hard sell. But once they do it and they realize, like, hey, for every dollar I spend, I'm making $5, the next thing you know, they're like, hey, how do we get more? How can I spend more money and get more views, get more clicks, get more sales? So it's an interesting thing. So yeah, the first thing, testing. Second, go all in, have some balls. And then the third thing that I noticed from him is, and this, he didn't really tell me this specifically, but it's just something I noticed from him, is he's probably the best storyteller that I've ever met. In his videos, he just has a natural ability to be able to make stories interesting. He has the ability to pull resources from places in his mind, like things that he's read, things that he's heard, people he's met. Just in the time that I spoke with him personally, he was able to pull, I don't know how many things of reference just in the time that we spent. And it's pretty amazing, but it really kind of gives credibility to what he's saying, because he's not really saying that, hey, I know all this information. It's, he's saying this. He's an expert in this, and this is what he believes. It's amazing. And it really, really works. And you can apply that to any type of business, any type of marketing. If you're a storyteller and you can tell a convincing story, you can sell anything. So it's a really big thing that I learned from him. I'm really trying to work on that craft in my business and all these ventures that I'm about to do. I really want to be able to have that Tai Lopez ability to tell a story. So, meeting him was a really great experience. I was so grateful that I had that chance. The funny thing is, I also met his partner, Alex. Alex Mehr, he's a really smart guy, like amazingly smart. He was telling me specifically, and the way he verbalizes it is experiments. Just do a lot of experiments, see what works, and then go ahead and do it. And that's kind of the process that I'm taking with this 18-month journey. I have a whole list of different ideas that I want to approach. And the problem with most people is that they all have ideas, but they never execute. So execution is key. But the thing is, it's very daunting to have a list of 50 things and want to execute on all of them. So the way that I'm approaching it is really to do just kind of the legwork to figure out if it's what people want first, because it's not that much work. We just, we could create a landing page, do some marketing, ask some people around, take some surveys, see if it's something people want, and then if it is, then go ahead and go all in, get some balls and put some money behind it and push it. But what's interesting is the time I had speaking with Alex and Tai, either they work together so much that they're basically the same person, but their answers to the different questions that I had were exactly the same. They weren't in the same room at the time that I was talking to them, and they literally had the same answers. So it really solidified my belief that what they're talking about was the truth and what works. So it was a great experience. I learned a lot. If you're worried that Tai Lopez and his different ideas and if his different programs are a scam, I can guarantee you they're not a scam. The issue is that it depends on the type of mindset that you have coming into it. If you join any of his, like social media mentoring programs or any of the different ways that, you could potentially change your life, make some money. If you come in with the idea that once you watch his videos, once you go through the training course, you're going to instantly be able to make money, that's not the truth. And it's not the truth with anything out there. It's education. You need to use that education and be able to change your mindset, change the way you're thinking, change your life, change your habits. And once you do that, you'll be able to use that information that you learned in a positive way and make some money. And it's really good information. There's definitely a lot of nuggets of information that are worth the money that he's charging for it, but it's not for everyone. You just kind of have to look at yourself deep within to see if you're really committed and you have the ability to just get out there, face your fears, and do this. I mean, I never liked talking on camera. I mean, to be honest, I hate it. I hate watching my videos, but I know I've got the balls to just do it. I don't care if I mess up and look bad and everybody has some bad comments to tell me about all these videos that I'm making. It has to be done. I'm just doing it. And that's the same thing with all these ventures that we're doing in the next 18 months. So until next time, this is day 10. We're on track. Until next time, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.